What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. Back with another one from the Shaquille O'Neal vault. Yes, I said Shaquille O'Neal, aka Shaq, aka Shaq Fu, aka Kazam, aka the Big Cactus, aka the Big Fella. Shaq had a lot of aliases. But what he also had was a great career. Yes, many may say Shaq underachieved, and I agree to a point. But even with Shaq underachieving and not taking the game serious and not taking taking better care of his body, especially in the off season, the guy still had a great career, and for a stretch there, especially with the Lakers, had an immense level of dominance in the NBA. No question about that. So here we are at the unveiling of Shaq's statue at Staples Center, which is now Crypto Arena. Now, I've seen the statue before. That was 2017. So when I had went back out there for Kobe's memorial service after he passed away, I got a glimpse of Shaq's statue. So that was definitely really cool to see. I've seen a part of this video many years ago, but I never saw the full video. So, let's get into it, man.
Welcome to Staples Center, and today, all of you out in Shacktown, welcome. For the unveiling of our 8th statue here at Star Plaza. I think there's not another arena in this country that can boast 8 statues in front of it, and I'm almost certain there's not an arena in the country that has one that's actually hanging from its side.
Dear Shaquille, today is like no other in Lakers history. LA now officially has Shacktown. And guess what? You are the sheriff of Shacktown.
Sorry I couldn't be there. As you know, I got this new job right now, president of basketball of the Lakers, so I got to get out and recruit. But you know that I love you, and tell your mom I said hello as well. So congratulations, Shaq. You deserve it.
But those of us gathered here today have come to honor one of the most dominating players in NBA history. Watching frustrated players swarm around all 325 pounds of a determined Shaq spinning toward the basket was like watching those tiny old biplanes trying to take down King Kong.
60-some points against the Clippers. And captained the most dominating team ever in the NBA playoffs in 2001. This whole complex deserves the right to see this man as a statue because we saw him as a player.
Shaquille always aligned himself with the most incredible people that you can imagine. Behind the scenes, this was the most giving human beings I have ever seen in my life.
But I just want to say thank you. I've learned so much from you as a player, and everything that you've done for the city, everything you've done for this franchise, and your kids, you guys should know your dad was a bad man. He's a bad man. Congratulations, and much love to you, my brother.
Dad, I think I can speak for all of us when I say we admire everything about you. Everything from your
So this is not the full unveiling of the statue, because we're only getting bits and pieces of each of these players coming up and giving commentary on Shaq. Huh.
Mr. Miyagi's style of parenting to your infectious sense of humor. Both your integrity and your character are a true testament to the values your incredible parents instilled in you as a child. You weren't always able to be there for all our birthdays and other special occasions, but when you were, you made sure we knew you loved us and were our #1 fan.
Today is a very special day for my family and the Lakers organization, as we give physical remembrance to a living legend. My dad has not only inspired us, but basketball fans all over the world. Whether it's his thunderous dunks, pure dominance on the court, team leadership, or even Shaq and the Fool.
And now let's hear from the man of the hour, Shaquille O'Neal.
How's everyone doing today? Before we get started, I want you guys to give a big round of applause to each and every Laker player. All teammates, you guys stand up. Stand up. I want you to give these guys a round of applause. Stand up. Stand up, Slava. Kareem.
Fish.
Big Shot Bob. GP, are you with me? Eshaw. Pretty Ricky, still sexy as ever. First, I'd like to thank the Bus family for this.
I love that he gave a shout out to Slava Medvedenko.
For this great occasion. If I had one or two wishes, first wish, I'd wish the great Dr. Jerry Buss was here. Second wish, I wish my father, Philip Harrison, was here to see this moment. This moment is very unexpected, because I see at least two Lakers ahead of me that definitely deserve a statue. One is right over there, big game James Worthy. James, stand up. And the other is the great Wilt Chamberlain. So I definitely appreciate this honor very much.
Shout out to Shaq for giving a shout out to Big Games James, man. James Worthy was a beast, bro. And Wilt, too. They tripping, bro. How the hell Wilt ain't got a statue yet? And these fools already trying to talk about LeBron James getting a statue and putting up some BS criteria. But Wilt Chamberlain should have one. What you talking about? You gotta do a lot more to get a statue in Staples, bro.
I'd like to thank my family, my mother, my sister, Shawnee, and the kids. Definitely couldn't have done it without you guys. You know, I missed a lot. Missed a lot of plays, I missed a lot of games, I missed everything, but you guys always stood with me and understood that, and I appreciate you very much. And the way y'all delivered those speeches, you're going to law school, you're going to law school, and you're going to law school. You messed up, you showed your hand. You showed your hand, now you gotta go to law school. I'd like to thank my old agent, but still a good friend, Leonard Armato at the time. I was in Atlanta, and I was having problems with Orlando and during the Olympics, and Leonard said, Jerry West would like to have a conversation with you. So I had a conversation with Jerry West, and at the time, you know, I was about to sign a $98 million deal, and then, my good friend Alonzo Mourning signed for $115. I was like, ooh, yeah, thank you, Alonzo. So me and Leonard, we went back to Jerry, and we was like, Jerry, $150. Jerry said, let me see what I could do. So I'm downtown Atlanta, me and Uncle Jerome, we're partying, and Leonard calls me on my big cell phone, you know, the big one, the big gray one. I'm in the club, I'm like, yeah. He said, Jerry said he got something for you. So I get to Jerry's room, it's about 3 in the morning, Jerry got on his Versace house coat, and he walking around. He said, big fella, I got something for you. So I looked at the paper and it said 120 for 7. I said, you know what, I'm coming to LA. So thank you, Jerry West. Jerry West was always my favorite. He was somebody that I always listened to. One day, it was me, him, and Jerome. And Greg Ostertag had said something crazy in the paper. Jerry West says, somebody should punch him in his face. I said, no problem, Jerry, I'll do it. Went downstairs and said, sorry, Greg, I got to punch you in your face. So thank you, Jerry, for allowing me to punch people in the face. Got to thank my teammates. You know, I definitely couldn't be up here without you guys. Guys like Big Shot Bob, I can remember in that Sacramento series. It was a tough game. Yeah, give it up for Big Shot Bob. I can remember in that Sacramento series, I'm having a tough game, but we were coming back, and somebody had shot a shot, and I got the rebound, but I was shooting terrible from the line that day. So I tried to quick it back up, and I missed. And then Vladdy, with his flopping self, he slapped it back to the top of the key. And I saw Rob shoot it, and I just watched it like that. Boo, and the crowd went crazy and went in. And so thank you, Big Shot Bob. Guys like Brian Shaw, who always used to stay on me. Like, you know, every now
They used to call whenever Shaw and Shaq linked up for a play, you know, that movie Shawshank Redemption, they used to say Shaw-Shaq Redemption. I remember that.
and I wanted to step out and shoot a jumper, and B. Shaw had the ball and be like, no, get your big ass inside. You ain't shooting no jumpers there. Get your big ass on the post and go to work. All right, Brian. So I go to the post. So thank you, B. Shaw, for always staying on me. Guys like Derek Fisher, Mr. .04.
Yes, Mr. .04, but it would have been nice if we would have won a championship that year to bring all that together. It's kind of gotten lost because we didn't end it with a championship. But damn it, that was a miracle shot. Yeah, the Derek Fisher shot, the 0.4 seconds really started. It's basically like, I guess you could call it the Derek Fisher rule. I don't know if that's what it's called, but basically after that whole scenario, the NBA came to a conclusion afterwards that a player could get off a shot, I think, within 0.3 of a second, and anything inside of that, a regular jump shot would not be allowed. It had to be like a tip-in, or a tap of some sort for it to count. So that whole Derek Fisher scenario changed how the NBA was officiated moving forward.
Me and Derek Fisher arrived the same day. It was Derek Fisher, Dale Harris, and myself. So for some reason, I had to audition for Dale Harris. So I'm in the gym and I'm working out, and Derek Fisher's passing me the ball, and I'm like, who's this kid that you got passing me the ball? He's like, no, he's on your team. He's Derek Fisher. I was like, oh, thank you. Appreciate that. So, Derek, thank you for always looking for me. Guys like Mark Madsen, who was my rookie, and Luke Walton, guys that, just gave it all they had on the court. Guys like Slava Medvedenko. I don't know if Slava is from Russia or Ukraine. But one day I was talking smack to him, and he gave me that Ukrainian mob look. I was like, you know what? I'm not messing with this guy no more.
Wow.
I ain't messing with him no more. Guys like AC Green. Guys like Devin George, every time he shot the three in the corner, I used to get mad. Don't shoot it again, throw it to me. And last but not least, the great Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe, at my jersey retirement, I know you were busy with your lovely wife and kids. I didn't get a chance to say anything about you, but I just want to say, brother, thank you. We pushed each other. We had our battles, we had our times, but we always had respect for each other, and we were able to win 3 championships. Definitely couldn't have done it without you. I appreciate you very much. And next time we're out here for a statue, probably be your statue. So, thank you. To the fans.
Damn. That cuts deep hearing that now, man. Cuts deep hearing that now. Crazy. Sad Kobe couldn't be alive to watch his statue unveiling and hear people talk about him. So sad, man. Gone way too early. Way too early. Rest in peace, Kobe Bean.
I love you guys. I just wanted you to know that I heard you in the game when I was missing free throws. I heard it. I heard you in the game when I wasn't rebounding like I was supposed to. I heard it all, but thank you for staying on me. Thank you for motivating me. And this is a great moment. Thank you all for coming out. Love you, Bus family, mommy, daddy, Tifa, Aisha, kids, Shawnee. Love you guys, Nelson family, Lester Nispo, loud Stephen A. Smith. What's up, baby? Give it up for Stephen A. That's my man right there. Dennis Scott in the crowd. But again, thank you all for coming out. And as I look out here, I have to do it. You know what's coming.
Can you dig it? I knew it.
Can you dig it?
I knew it.
Thank you guys. Love you very much. Appreciate you.
So I wanted to look for Kobe Bryant's speech about Shaq. Kobe Bryant's full speech. It's only just short of 2 minutes. But I wanted to get a full look at that because they only had a segment of it. So let's get back into it.
Let me introduce to you Mr. Kobe Bryant.
All right. So, I think, thank you. I think, we've heard a lot of stories about Shaq today, but what we haven't talked about is how good of a player he was. Most dominant player I've ever seen. And the thing that was most impressive to me is that he's such a fun, outgoing guy. Loves to tell jokes, loves to have fun with his teammates, practical jokes. But before the tip-off, something happens. The switch goes off of him. He's no longer joking around. He's no longer playing around. He's not smiling anymore. He's out there and he's trying to dominate. And I remember the playoff series against San Antonio. We were going into the arena, and he and I would sit against each other in the back of the bus. And he leans over to me and he goes, "Bring it to me early tonight. Bring it to me early." I'm looking at him like, "All right, what's going on?" He said, "When I was a kid, David Robinson wasn't very nice to me." I said, "Say no more. This series is in the bag, man." That's it. That's it. But I just want to say thank you. I've learned so much from you as a player. And everything that you've done for the city, everything you've done for this franchise, and your kids, you guys should know your dad was a bad man. He's a bad man. Congratulations, and much love to you, my brother.
I want you guys to take a look at the beginning of this video, the type of respect. After everything they went through, it's still a love with these two guys. Watch this.
Let me introduce to you Mr. Kobe Bryant.
So you hear the crowd. Kobe, Kobe, Kobe. And this is Shaq's event. So while the crowd is chanting Kobe, you look at Shaq's face and he's like, in approval, like, yeah, that's being Bryant, yeah. You know what I mean? And at the same time, Shaq acknowledging the love that they have for Kobe, rightfully so, and, he's okay with it and understands it and is cheering it on and thinks it's a beautiful thing. At the same time, Kobe's like, calm down. I appreciate the love, but this is about Shaq. This is Shaq's event. And it was like, it's a mutual respect thing. Watch.
All right.
Here's Shaq coming.
I think, thank you. I think, we've heard a lot of stories about Shaq today, but what we haven't talked about is how good.
Very, very subtle from both of them, but you gotta love that dynamic. Shaq's approving, and Kobe's like, "Thank you, settle down. This is about Shaq, baby." I love that. I love it. Very subtle, but it's there. It's definitely there. Shaq, like I said, he's in my top 10 players of all time. One of the most dominant players to ever play the game. Had an amazing career, and like I said, considering that he didn't always go full throttle in many aspects of his career, the dude was still ridiculously dominant, especially during that stretch with the Lakers when they were winning championships. Man, he was unstoppable. The guy was a beast. Definitely deserving of a statue. Shaq and Kobe were a member of the last three-peat we've seen in NBA history, and I don't know when we will ever see another team three-peat again. Yeah, Shaq, man, Shaq was a monster. Just definitely deserving. And I wish we could have won more together, but it wasn't in the cards. for a variety of different reasons. But if you haven't got a chance, if you ever find your way out in Staples Center or Crypto Now, definitely go around there, man. Go take a walk around the arena and look at all the statues they have. It's beautiful. Go get some pictures by them, man. It's good stuff. And you know, they said they're gonna release or unveil Kobe statue next year. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's gonna have Gigi, or I don't know if they're gonna do one with just him and then one with him and Gigi. I'm not really sure, but go take a look at all the statues. Shaq has probably, man, maybe the coolest one. Like him, that's dope. Him dunking, hanging, like that was a dope idea. Whoever came up with that, because I don't know if I would have came up with that, but that was genius. And that was like one of his signature dunks. Boom, the two-handed with his legs up, and then if the player's there, he'd fling him or let go of the rim and push him down. Y'all seen that before. That's the Diesel, baby. That's the Diesel. Ah, the good old days, man. I miss that Lakers team so much, man. I miss that era of basketball so much, man. Game ain't been the same since all these guys retired, man. It just hasn't. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about it. I gotta prepare myself for bed. Gotta be to work at 4 a.m. Tis the norm now. So, appreciate you guys for stepping in. Much love. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Check out our Shaquille O'Neal playlist. And I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.